Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trench's Funny Farm. We are here. Hello, honey. How are you?
Busy.
You're busy?
Busy.
Oh, I see that. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome aboard. Be sure to join our live chat and say hello. We're very happy today to be bringing you our 4th of July special, Independence Day. You can go right now to higgysigs.com or higgybean.com and use coupon code HBDUSA to get 20% off of freaking everything. Everything. And hi, Peach. Hi, Cassie. And you know, I now, Cassie, correct me if I'm wrong here, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe that either yesterday or today was your Vaporversary. Am I right about that? The Sunday version? Is that what you said? The real Sean says that's the Sunday version.
Hang on. If it was yesterday and you did not mention it during my show, we gonna have a talk, girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
No, Cassie, I just saw that. And decided that I would go ahead and play it for the intro here because why not, right? Actually, on Friday mornings in the pre-show, that's typically the kind of stuff that we'll be playing, you know, along with Richard Cheese, of course, before the show starts. And hi, Vicky! Welcome aboard. And the real Sean, who called that the Sunday version. That's the first time I've heard it called a Sunday version.
What's the Sunday version?
I guess that would be a Sunday version, PMJ style or Richard Cheese or what have you. Although I think it might be a stretch to call Richard Cheese a Sunday version.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. Not okay with that either.
Oh. But no, that's one of the things that I do with the warm-up for the morning show, though, is that that's usually the pre-show. I usually play a lot of PMJ as well as Richard Cheese. What?
Are so predictable. Mom's in the kitchen, unloading the dishwasher. As soon as they heard dishes clanking, Fizzgig, Mija can't hear, so she didn't hear. Fizzgig immediately jumped up and ran to the kitchen to see what was going on. I mean, if it has to do with food, she needs to be there.
Absolutely.
I swear.
Oh, so at any rate, I always play that before we start in with the loud, obnoxious stuff, which, at 7 o'clock every Friday morning, we're starting off with loud, obnoxious, loud music, so that's the rule. It has to be loud, it has to be obnoxious, it has to be high energy, no ballads whatsoever. But you got to start off your Friday morning with a little bit of energy, right? I mean, that's just a rule.
Okay.
Just like David. Hey, I do my fair share of ballads there, Peach. As a matter of fact, Jen complains about every one of them.
I really do. I don't like the barbershop ballads at all. I have a real problem. I think they're tired. I think they're slow. I think they hold out every freaking note so long, you forgot what they were trying to say.
Oh, yes, Peach. I will take that proudly. Loud and obnoxious, yes, definitely. And hi, Herzine. I tried to respond to something that you said today. Well, I've been having weird issues with my phone client. My phone client doesn't want to reply or to post properly for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I was having, Did you go back and check? Actually, usually when that happens, it means the person took the post down.
A couple of times it said that, but then other times, no, I went back and I posted on here on the desktop and everything went fine.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I have had that issue at times. Like, it's just.
I figure they're doing some sort of weird maintenance on Facebook.
It'll clear up.
Probably doing something to make sure that they get some new way to spy on us and some new way to absorb more information and listen to us everywhere we go.
Absolutely.
But at any rate, Hersine, I don't remember what it was about, but I remember I was going to tell you that I prefer Celsius. Yes, Celsius. I don't remember what it was about.
Hashtag, we don't need to discuss that here. So, first warning. So, there was something, it was just last night, as a matter of fact, I want to say. Facebook is totally monitoring, like, what you do and where you go online.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, I want to say it might have been right after I got off my show.
I figured they're conspiring with the Russians, right? I knew you'd know exactly what I was saying.
Wait, what? Yes, I did see that one, actually. I thought that was hilarious, her scene.
Yeah, that was a great thread. That was a great thread.
But there was, I think it was, I want to say it was just last night that, because, so when I finished my show, I had a couple things I had to do, and I was going to go over to iBlog, watch The Big Bang Theory, but apparently he shut the show off. I don't know why. I was very upset. But I saw that the other side was live, so I went over there. And T2G was casting the Marble Olympics. Okay, now, if you guys don't know what this is, it's funny as hell. Okay, this guy who obviously has no life. Again with the shutting down the channel, or again with the Marble Olympics? But he has a lot of time to build these amazing Lego sets and have races with marbles. Okay, and he has created all these different ones. Peach knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so I think she was saying again with the shutting the Big Bang channel down. Anyway, so it is hilarious because what it is he's filmed all of these races, right? And he's got like teams. Every marble has a name, which I find a little creepy.
I just want to interject here. You know, it's pretty obvious this guy has spent a lot of time and money putting this stuff together in his mother's basement, and
but the best part about it is the commentary. I don't know. If you want me to, I guess I will. You could okay. If you want me to, I will.
Oh, wait, shutting off TBBT.
Oh, yes. Okay, we didn't get that far. I was just showing it. Okay, so I came in. Basically, you have to understand. Okay, so this is a 2.5-hour YouTube video that you can watch. Okay, but it's done so superbly. Okay, you've got like the scoring that pops up, you've got like an overhead view and a side view, there's slow motion replays, and the commentary is absolutely phenomenal, okay, because he is super serious, he's got a great commentary type voice, and he talks about these races as if they're real people, like racing and who knocks who out of the way and who, photo finishes and everything. I mean, and he's serious as a heart attack, and it's hilarious. Okay, like one marble gets knocked out, or one of them like knocked the referee off his podium or whatever, and the referee got hurt. It's just too funny. So I came in at the end of one of the races that they were like going through all of these like acrylic blocks, and then it went into the curling event. And, I mean, it was just so funny. So I haven't seen the whole thing. I only saw maybe about an hour's worth of it last night. But I mean, it's just so really well done. So if you ever have 2.5 hours to waste, because it is a waste of time, it is hilarious.
Hi, Shelly.
You should totally. I haven't seen the hurdles and I haven't seen the streaker.
There has to be a streaker, absolutely.
Oh wait, maybe I did see that. No, I think I did. No, I don't remember if I did or not. I know I saw a fan, meaning one of the fans in the stands, and these are all made out of Legos, right? Stands and the obstacle courses and whatnot. I mean, not all of them are made out of Legos, but it's pretty amazing. Okay, and the amount of time that went into this. There's background noises. You can hear the fans cheering and booing, and you can hear an announcer announcing the winners, and there's a leaderboard, and it is hilarious. It's beyond hilarious. So yeah, 2.5 hours to waste of your life.
Yeah.
Mom was getting into it.
No. We have to finish Stranger Things so that we can start season 3 this week.
But that's not till Wednesday.
Yes, I know, but we're only halfway through season 2.
But we were only halfway through season 1 yesterday.
There you go, real short. Like I said, I figure that he's probably filming all of this in his mother's basement. Probably where he lives. Yeah, it's but this is not the first time that anything has gone viral with grown men playing with toys. I mean, think about it, Robot Chicken, right? That's what Robot Chicken is.
I finished watching GOT last week. Okay.
All right. Congratulations, Shelly. Well, what were your thoughts about that finale?
Wait. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, but what were your thoughts?
Just in case somebody here hasn't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless all 11 of you want to pipe up and said, I've seen it either. I don't want to talk about it. Actually, if it's me and Dolores in the chat, we'd be like, just don't fucking talk about it.
Hi, Smurf! How you doing?
She's like, OMG, it's been long enough. If you haven't seen it, you're not gonna...
I'm kind of with her on this.
Uh-huh. Alright, fine.
You didn't expect
that
to happen.
I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna find my phone.
Well,
set a timer. For 2 minutes. You can talk about it for 2 minutes and then you are done. Alright? So I'm doing this right now. I will shut up. I'm gonna set the timer. Let's see.
Just Lord of the Rings with sex scenes? No, it's a definitely a different story. It doesn't. You don't have as many mystical.
I'll give you 3 minutes. Creatures
and species and whatnot. So it doesn't get quite as involved in that. There are no orcs. You do have the dragons and all of that, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't as upset as everybody else. I did think that John rather got the shaft there. I mean, there's no question what he was going to have to do and all of that. I did not feel that every other one, Smurf, every other one. So, at least in the first few seasons, they kind of slowed down as we moved into the action-packed, fast-paced final seasons here, and that's the thing. The pace of it started moving really at a much faster pace, and at that point they did reduce the number of sex scenes that we did get from week to week. Hey. Yeah, Sean. I do think I think it may qualify for the Guinness Book of World Records if she does indeed keep quiet for 3 minutes, and her finger's not visible. But yeah, there you go. She's making her adjustments. There you go. And that one's for you, Sean. Congratulations. Yeah, however, I think that certainly we need to see more adventures, the misadventures, if you will, of Arya and some of this other stuff going on. I think that would be a lot of fun. And, what's going to go on with Jon? I figure he's going to go out there to save her from some big mess that she's creating out in the unknown world, right? I believe that did mean 1 minute left, Sean. I do believe that's right. But yeah, some interesting things have come out after all of this from various sources talking about things that happened after the closing credits of the final episode, which are pretty neat. But I guess we'll talk about this another time.
Okay, that's it. No more. No more. Not allowed to talk anymore.
That's annoying.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it just so annoying to listen to somebody talk?
No. That little alarm that you have on there is so annoying. What is that?
It's probably the same one you have. I never changed it.
So you're going to talk about our sale or what?
So guess what, people? It is America's 243rd birthday this week. Yes, that is true. 243 years old, which means, wow, you know what that means? That means that in just 7 short years, 250 years old. How cool is that? 250.
Yeah, that's going to be a big celebration.
I know. Remember what the bicentennial was like?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was only 3 and I kind of I remember barely, but I mean, I remember it being a really big deal. You know, they put out a new quarter. It was a big deal.
Oh yeah, they had bands galore playing. You had people that were hanging around half naked. You had
70s? No.
You had let's see what they had. Who was there? Oh, there were a lot of groups there, and it was spectacular.
No, that was Woodstock, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
And that was 7 years before the bicentennial.
Yeah.
But no, I remember, and you weren't
Hi,
even
Eva.
born yet.
No, I wasn't.
But
I remember the Monsters of Rock, though.
right, well, okay, so I remember. Well, here, Mom was here. Mom will remember it. What was the bicentennial like? Do you remember it being a big?
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just a huge party.
Oh, I know, it was
and you weren't in Wimber.
When was the bicentennial?
1976.
There you go. Sean said people stood in silence for 3 minutes.
July. No.
Yeah.
No.
Is that what happened?
We always went up there for Christmas because we decided not to have it anymore. And
Oh, okay, that's right. We
so,
would have
yeah,
been on
they did
vacation.
everything, and
We would have been on
and
vacation in
parades
Pennsylvania. And I mean, I was only 3 at the time, and I totally remember. I didn't remember being I was in Pennsylvania, but I remember it being a big deal.
Yeah.
So, and
I-
living in a little town like Wimber.
I know that it was a year before I saw Star Wars.
You really don't remember the bicentennial?
I remember the quarters coming out, That was huge for me. And of course, we celebrated the 4th of July every year. It was big, but you
That
know.
had to have been a bigger 4th of July. I mean, it was 200 years. Like, the bicentennial was big. It was a big deal. So, in any case, but 243 is not necessarily
Right, Peach?
memorable.
Exactly. I was 4 as well, so there you go.
I was like 3, but I still remember it being a big deal.
Yeah, that's all right. Why
I don't
is
know,
that,
I cannot
Hercene?
imagine why
You
don't
guys should
celebrate.
be. That's unpatriotic of you guys not to celebrate. You know? But, you know, speaking of folks in the UK and all that, do not forget that this 4th of July, it is unpatriotic to drink tea. Okay? Do not drink tea this holiday. Drink coffee. The Sumatra coffee makes a fantastic iced coffee. And right now you can get it from higgybean.com or higgysigs.com. 20% off using coupon code HBDUSA.
Wait, what was the memes that I saw last year? I remember it was like memes saying to all my British friends, happy kiss my ass day or something like
Eva,
that.
Eva, I will
like-
say it again. This entire damn show is a shameless plug. Thank you very much.
But yeah, it was like, or like happy European Emancipation Day or something like that. I mean, like I saw funny memes about it last year, about the whole, the day that we told
Hey,
Britain
Peach,
to kiss our ass.
Peach, you head over our way. I'll fix you a nice iced chai.
I don't think you want to pass up that offer because they're pretty awesome.
What's that? We couldn't hear you.
They're pretty awesome. They are pretty awesome. I'm.
Yeah, Hercene.
Yeah, the original Brexit. Yeah, there it is.
Hercene, I was going to ask you, how did you enjoy your coffee? You ordered some coffee, right? So, yeah,
So.
and I believe that it was delivered right before we had to cancel our show last week on Tuesday.
Did we cancel our show? Oh, on Tuesday.
Yeah, on
right?
Tuesday. Yeah. So I haven't heard from Hercene about the coffee and get his opinion.
I'm gonna find out. When it was delivered, so he can't lie to us.
Can you? Because the tracking doesn't
Yeah.
it stop? Doesn't it stop?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It stops updating when it gets there, but it will say when it's been delivered.
Oh, okay.
Like, it doesn't
Yes.
tell me about the different stages it goes through.
And Peach is right. It was the original Brexit. Absolutely.
Okay, it was delivered at 12:51 p.m. on June 25th. What day was the 25th?
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday?
Man,
Alright.
you see this? My mind is like sharpening. You hear this? I mean,
No, what's up with
I remembered
that?
a Vaporversary. I remembered when the.
You don't even,
I
usually know
know.
what day it is currently, let alone what day it was Tuesday. Coffee is amazing. You should try it someday, David.
I will have to see about that. I may just do that.
He is the worst drug dealer ever. Rule number 1, don't get high on your own supply. He totally does. Every day. Right now, as a matter of fact, you just saw him take a drink at Sippage Coffee. There it was, right there. He's spoiled rotten. He won't drink anybody else's coffee but his own now.
That's very true.
Not even Quick Trip coffee. He thinks it sucks.
Yeah. Yes, I for years people have said, "You're a coffee snob, aren't you?" And I told them, "No, I'm a coffee slut." Right?
Yes.
And now I've had to come to terms with the fact that no, I am now a coffee snob.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll admit it, it's the truth. It's just there. What am I supposed to say? Right, Hersing? Now, which kind did he get? Which kind did Hersing get? Was it vanilla nuts?
It was the he got raspberry truffle.
Raspberry truffle. Now, that's right, because I was going to point out that that's a dessert coffee right there. That goes great with cakes. That goes great with other things like that. And that's that's kind of what I'm wanting to do with all of this, is line it up with multiple flavors to. Bear in mind, folks, that we're not overpowering the flavor in these things. Is subtle the right word? It's there, but it's not like we're candy coating the beans, okay? It's not candy coated or anything like that. Right.
They're infused. The beans are dry when you get them. They are infused with the flavor.
Yeah.
I like Peach's take on it though. You say you were a coffee slut, now you're a coffee snob. She says she's coffee bitch. So
yeah. It is nice, Smurf. Now I will forewarn you. For me, it's not an all-day coffee. Okay, an everyday coffee. It is one. It's yummy, but for me, I don't necessarily want that to be the first cup I wake up to in the morning. Nilla Nuts coffee. Yeah, I can drink that all day, every day, and quite frequently
and
do.
Does drink it all day, every day.
Yeah. Now I have promised my quartet that as we start making our new moves to get more gigs, etc., and we start looking at more complex arrangements and things like that. That I told them I have to drink more water than I do coffee. And they looked at me and they said, but you can't do that. You can't do that. You're the coffee guy. You've got to... I said, I didn't say I have to cut down the amount of coffee I drink. I said I have to drink more water than coffee.
He said, in other words, I'm going to have to take a lot more bathroom breaks.
Not necessarily. Hang on one second.
Peanut Butter Buster is mine, bitch. Key lime ice cream is mine. What the? Fix that bitch now.
Yes, yes, Eva. Coffee is made with water. However, it is not. It does not have the same hydrating qualities as water. That is the one unfortunate bit about that. I have found, however, that a little bit of coffee in the mornings, especially, or right before I sing, really does help. It really does help. I get my vocal cords nice and hot, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, it's better than drinking ice cold water. I'm gonna drink most of my water at room temperature. But yeah, what I was saying though, the reason why I say it's not going to necessarily be an increase in bathroom trips. It will for the first 2 or 3 weeks. That's what I've learned in the past. Okay, for the first 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, I'm going to be running every 20 minutes to the bathroom, right? But then, as time goes on, after about 2 or 3 weeks, my body adjusts to it. I found, no, I feel better than I've ever felt before. I drink more water than ever, and yeah, the bathroom frequency definitely goes down, so...
Oh, don't make me buy something, Cassie.
What was the one you were looking at? That auto squonker or something like that?
Yeah, just this morning I saw our good friend Marshall Ghetto, who runs KMG Imports out of California. We met him at the BTA conference a couple years ago, him and his lovely wife Hui, and they were introducing the new IPV Mini Auto Squonk. Now, I don't understand exactly how it works. Apparently, it's got some sort of pumping mechanism, and it uses temperature control to decide whether or not the wicks are
Wet.
are soaked enough, and it auto squonks for you and sucks the excess stuff back into the tank. So it's got this
reverse flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has
Got
a reverse
some sensors
flow.
in it
That's cool.
that senses to make sure you don't over squonk or under squonk. And wouldn't that be the same thing as a tank? No, not quite. Because you still have all the benefits and the punch of flavor that comes with a rebuildable deck.
Yeah, and in fact, it does. Well, didn't he say you could put an actual deck on there, or do you have to use the disposable crap they had on there?
Yeah, he did say something about it being a disposable deck.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that idea. I really would prefer to be able to put my own deck on it if I could.
Yeah, I like to put my own deck on everything.
Fine, Peachy. Fine, you were joking. But the thing is, I mean, I'm really interested in how this works. I don't know that it's something I'm gonna get, but it is something interesting because I remember what was it? I don't know what model it was, but Dieter had it. And I remember like there was like a reservoir tank underneath, and the top of it was like a giant stovetop coil, and by vaping it, it would draw liquid up into the coil. Like it was sort of an auto squonk type deal. I don't remember what the name of that was, but it was really cool. And it didn't take any cotton. Like it literally just drew juice up into the coil and vaporized it that way.
Yeah. Now Sean says that their Keurig took a dump. Apparently.
I know, it's so sad.
That is sad, and we've been through that. We've been through that a couple of times, actually. Right? 2 times?
Yes. Let's see.
2 times.
We had the one here that broke, and we upgraded it to the newer version, and then we had the one in Higgy Sigs. Now that one was donated to us, so we didn't actually pay for it. But then when it broke, we had to go buy one. So yeah.
Yeah.
I have purchased 3 Keurigs in my life.
Yep. Right, Eva? Yeah, the Keurigs have definitely come down to a reasonable price. And personally,
You might be talking about the IPV Mini.
Oh, okay. Well, and you know, and the thing is though, I know a lot of coffee snobs don't like the Keurigs and all of that, and there's good reason for that because there's a lot of crappy K-cups out there. But I took some care with the way that we do our K-cups. It is the same single origin coffee that we offer, the same roasted to order platform. Now, granted, that could change because it does stay fresh longer inside the K-cups. I'm not going to kid you on that. But it also, I've learned that I have to ground it powder fine because, those cups don't hold a full 2 tablespoons in there.
We do, but we're not allowed to call them K-cups.
Yes, we do, Eva. We certainly do.
They're H-cups.
And guess what? Guess what? We actually now have it to where we're able to ship those things for the same rates as everything else. They were previously supercharged shipping, if you will.
Get some new boxes in to pack them into so they don't have to ship priority. So, yeah, I can ship them at a regular first class rate now.
Oh, yeah. And I'm no longer using an iron to put those things on. Now, you want to tell them a little bit about that witchcraft?
Well, Eva, I will tell you about the witchcraft, but you can get it from two different places. You can actually get it from higgybean.com, and you don't even need to create an account necessarily.
Or you can use your HiggySigs account there.
Or yeah, you do have a HiggySigs account. So do you want me to give you a link directly to the product on HiggyBean or on HiggySigs? Because it doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Actually, if you're a VIP, if you go to higgybean.com, be sure to log in with your HiggySigs VIP account, because you will get a 10% discount across the board. So there you go.
Yeah. Here is the, let's see. Do you want the Nilla Nuts or the, because we have Nilla Nuts and we have Sumatra. So let me put this into chat.
Well, what you do is you send her the link to the probably just to the Higgy Bean Coffee, I guess, if you or you on the Higgy Bean site.
Right, I'm getting all the links. Okay, I'm covering all my bases here. So that's the Higgies, Nilla Nuts. Did I say Nilla? Yeah, Nilla Nuts single serve, and then we got the Sumatra single serve.
Yeah, and by the way, if you ever get hold of our H cups or whatever you want, Higgy cups, with the Higgy cups, if you open them up, after you've used them, if you open them up and check it out, you will be thoroughly impressed with what's inside. Inside these things, you get past the coffee grounds. There's nice cheesecloth inside for the filter, which prevents that fine powder from getting through. And yeah, they're just well built. These
Yay!
These are quality cups.
I was worried that I've always been a little worried they were priced high, but the fact is that we don't, we're not trying to compete with the Brand X stuff. This
is not Folgers. This is not Maxwell House, folks. This is gourmet coffee. Okay. Wait. What was the word I wanted to use? Not
artisan.
Yes, it is artisan coffee. Oh, yeah.
And with HBD USA, you get it for $8.
Yeah, don't forget that.
We're doing
Eva.
all the work for free.
Yeah, Eva, do not forget to use that code. Yeah, save yourself some cash.
Thought you were going to say each one had a surprise like Kinder Eggs. No. So here's the thing. David, we were having a little trouble.
Wait, hold on. I've got to address that. I'd consider something like that in a heartbeat, Hersine. I would. Except for, I'm telling you, there is no room to put anything in those cups. None whatsoever. And it would take away from the taste if I did. So I can't.
Okay, so we were having a little Nilla Nuts and Sumatra sounds X-rated. We were having some trouble figuring out how to seal them, right? Because they come to us with these little foil discs, right, that are meant to seal the cup. And we knew we needed to apply heat to them, right? And David was actually doing this by hand with a freaking iron, right? He'd line up like 3 of them and he'd set an iron on top. And it wasn't giving us the greatest seal. It was okay. He was definitely trying to sort of work out.
It was iffy.
Yeah.
It got better as I got practice and found the right temperatures and all of that.
But it was a sloppy way to do it because it wasn't coming out the same every time. And so then he actually chose, his mom had sent him a check for his birthday, and he's like, I'm going to use my birthday money and I am going to buy an induction sealer. All right, now this induction sealer, it's got this unit that powers this handheld device that you just rest on top of something, and induction heating is witchcraft to me. Okay, it does not work the way any laws of physics work in my head. Okay, so because you can put this thing on your skin, on wood, on plastic, on anything but metal, and it will not heat up. All right, but you put it anywhere near metal, and it heats up 1.2 seconds, right? Boom. Now, David was applying it directly to the K-cups, and he was having really bad luck with it. They would burn. It would melt onto. You could see on our induction heater where it's melted several times. And I mean, it just was not working right? So then David decided to test it out with the sample bottles that it came with. It came with a couple of little like pill bottles that had a foil seal already installed up inside the cap, right? So you put the cap on, you put the induction heater on it, and when you take the lid off, it's sealed. It's got an aluminum seal on it, right? It's like, wow, that's really cool. So David's like, I need to try to do this through a plastic cap. Can you find me a plastic cap that will fit one of these aluminum discs? And it just so happened, talk about Kismet, that my bottle of
Talk
vitamins...
about what?
Kismet. You don't know what Kismet is?
Apparently
like,
not.
When two things happen, like, and they come together perfectly, like me meeting you at the Alcon cafeteria with Kismet. It was just meant to be.
Okay.
And so I had this big bottle of gummy vitamins, and it had a really large cap on it. So I took the cap off and I took the disc, and it fit perfectly. Right? It fit absolutely perfectly. So he went and he took it and he placed the lid on top of the K-cup, and he put the induction sealer on it, 1.2 seconds, and boom, a perfect seal. Completely awesome, perfect seal, right?
Hey, Dom!
Wow. So, we found another bottle of vitamins. Actually, it was his bottle of vitamins. So now we had two. But the problem with only using two over and over and over again is that the heat from the aluminum was melting the interior plastic of the, just being applied over and over and over and over again, was melting the interior of the cap. So that was starting to not work either. So I went ahead and I went to my bottle company and I ordered an entire bag of that size lid.
Press and seal on H cups.
That would be cool. So now what we do is we just load up these discs inside several of the caps, and we pop them all on top of the K cups when they're filled, and just and boom, and it's witchcraft. Like it does not make sense how this transfers through a plastic cap and only heats up the metal. It's crazy, and it's fun to do. And yeah,
I tend to agree with that, and yeah, it is pretty amazing. And now that she has all of these caps there, we're able to line up 10, 15 of them in a line and just
I do like 24.
But do you?
Oh yeah! I bought a bag of like 150 of the
see,
caps.
what you gotta understand is she was so impressed by this witchcraft, she insisted on keeping it there so that she does the K-cups now.
I insisted on keeping it there because
I
it's
know.
the cleanest area for us to sit down and do it in. Okay,
Yes, I
we
agree.
don't have the room or the accommodations to do it here at the house. Okay, it is much better for you to roast the coffee here and then bring it over to the lab
Now-
so that we can work with it there.
Now, and by the way, our new coffee bags absolutely rock too. Let's not forget that. Oh, hello. Okay, keep going.
What?
And keep going. Okay,
Oh,
there we go. I found them. There we go.
Okay.
There are those pretty bags. Look at that.
So, and they look great. They look great with our labels on them. They look great. They just look great. Actually, David wants me to put a new label on the back with like instructions, because apparently not everybody is aware of how to make a great cup of coffee. So having instructions on the back of the bags to say, hey, look, this is how much you need to use if you don't want your coffee to be weak.
Right. Hey, and I can play with those instructions now that you've had an idea of what I want to do.
Yes, you can. So yeah, he ended up showing me what was it? It was a doormat. He saw this on the internet this morning. There's a picture of a doormat and it had instructions. The doormat had instructions, and you didn't save that, did you?
Well, yes, I did. I saved it on my phone, so let me get this over to me.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I mean, you would think that doormats don't need instructions. But yeah, no, it really is, Sean. I mean, the induction heating thing is, like I said, you can put this thing on your hand or anywhere on your body. Now, if you put it anywhere near, say, a ring, it's going to heat up and burn you. But anywhere else, like, it doesn't heat up anything but metal, and it can travel. It's like microwaves or something. It travels through other things. It doesn't affect wood or plastic, or I can't think of other substances right now. But it doesn't affect anything. Like, you put it on paper, you can put it on, I don't know, rock maybe, probably. I don't know. You can put it on anything and it doesn't heat up, but it will travel through. I don't know how far it travels. Maybe that's part of the...
So just a little bit of background first. Okay, most of you have seen the Higgy Cigs warning labels, okay, that say this product contains nicotine, blah, 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 right? Keep away from children and animals, especially the cute ones, right? That's nothing compared to the warning label I originally wanted on here. This is what the negotiations with this lady over here resulted in. Okay.
You were being insulting. Like, it wasn't, I don't know.
Well, no, the idea was
didn't have room.
The idea was to have fun with it. Okay,
but it didn't have room.
Before
so much real estate.
Right, before it was regulated. Okay. So now, you know, of course, it's regulated, and there's a lot of stuff with that we couldn't do necessarily, but
before we had really teeny tiny labels, so there was only so much room on the label.
True, there was that.
Now we have bigger labels, but they're regulated, so there's certain things we have to put on a label.
But after she saw this, she got the idea of what it is that I really wanted to do.
You wanted.
Yeah, but you see why...
You have a tendency, though, to be very insulting about things like this, though. You don't want to insult anybody.
No, I don't think it has to be insulting, but... Okay, so this is the doormat in question.
It's insulting.
Okay.
It is.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you guys what this says on the doormat on the bottom here, okay? It says, warning, do not use mat as a projectile. Sudden acceleration to dangerous speeds may cause injury. When using mat, follow directions. Put your right foot in, put your right foot out, put your right foot in, and shake it all about. This mat is not designed to sustain gross weight exceeding 12,000 pounds. If mat begins to smoke, immediately seek shelter and cover head. Caution: if coffee spills on mat, assume that it is very hot. This mat is not intended to be used as a placemat. Small food particles trapped in fibers may attract rodents and other vermin. Do not glue mat to porous surfaces, such as pregnant women, pets, and heavy machinery. When not in use, mat should be kept out of the reach of children diagnosed with CFED, that is compulsive fiber eating disorder. Do not taunt mat.
Eva, that means that your billing address does not match your card's billing address. That's what that means. It's AVS is address verification system. So
Hi, CJ.
You just put in the wrong billing address. That's all. It can be the shipping address can be different. You can ship it somewhere different, but your billing address has to be different.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna put some instructions and maybe have some fun with it too while we're at it. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff I want to put on there for our buying customers. You know, I think they'll enjoy it.
I mean, he's gonna still have to get it through me. If I find it insulting, it won't happen.
I'm not looking to degrade folks. Come on.
I know that, but sometimes
I want to make people laugh. I want to make people laugh.
I understand that, and sometimes you don't know where to draw the line. That's why I agreed to, especially the cute ones, because it was funny. I only agreed to Eva's no sack hair because it was the only bottle going out to her. And she still posted it on Facebook, and people were like, ew.
Oh, so anyway, that'll be some stuff that we'll have coming shortly. I'm gonna have to do some write-ups so that we can put some proper instructions on here. What we don't want to do is we don't want you to get into Higgy Bean coffee and end up with tea, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it happen. You end up with something that's weak like tea, and we don't want that to happen. We want you to know exactly how much to put in there, and we're not going to assume that everybody knows how to. We tried that already.
Right.
But that's one great thing about the Higgy cups, though. The Higgy cups, you don't have to worry about it. You go in there and you push the buttons on your Keurig, and guess what? The Keurig's not going to let you go any larger than what it'll support. 12 ounces. 12 ounces is the max on that size.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 ounces is the max, and my recommendation is strong. If you've got the Keurig 2.0, you know.
Right. You don't have the option with the original.
Right.
It just makes coffee as it should be.
Right.
It shouldn't be all this like craziness.
Which works just fine as well. Even if you don't hit that strong button, you're still going to make a good cup of coffee. That's the thing. We have packed lots of coffee in there because we've used a fine powder grind, or a powder fine grind, I guess I should say.
It is really, really fine. Like it's hard.
Dyer. See, now the Keurig 2.0 will go up to.
It does, but it won't if you have that type of cup.
Right.
In there.
You have to have a carafe cup in there for it to go above 12 ounces.
And that is why when you see our cups, the rim is colored with this like purple color. It's like a pinkish purple color around the rim. That is what the machine is reading, is that color, and that's telling it what size cup it is, and locking the options down to what is available for that size. If you
Coffee jerk.
Wait, what?
Pika, right, Deshopke? You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that.
CFED? What is that?
That's from the mat.
Oh, what did it say?
Fiber eating.
Oh.
But yes, that would be Pika. You're absolutely right.
Well, look at that. They didn't do their research.
I thought that was cute. It was absolutely cute.
But the carafe cups, the really long, the big ones, have a light green on them, and that's what the machine is reading, and it knows that, so it knows that it can give you all the options. It's color coded and computerized.
Well,
blah, 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 blah.
yeah, I think it goes beyond color codes at that point. The purple is an exclusive color code. If you try to use any other color with a Keurig 2.0, it won't work. It won't work unless it has the special symbols on it. And then the special symbols can be locked into different things. It has a reader on there. It has a scanner built in. It's similar to those
FYI,
QR codes.
The Keurig 1.0 doesn't care.
No, the Keurig 1.0 does not give a damn.
It brews. That's how that works for the Keurig 1.0. So.
Right, and that's the reason why you'll see a lot of times when you see that this is compatible with 2.0, like ours are compatible with 2.0 brewing systems. That's what that's about. It's letting you know that our cups will actually work in there, because sometimes you'll get those cups that have the pretty artwork on them. They won't work in a 2.0 machine unless they have the little symbol on the left.
Yep. So, yay!
There you go, Dyer. Well,
What
that
did you order?
well, Dyer, we have them, and now we actually have them with reasonable shipping on them too. They have the same shipping as everything else. They qualify for free shipping at the $30 level, and all. Or is it 30 or 35 now? I forget.
40.
40.
40.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, shipping rates went up, guys. Not our fault. That was the post office.
Yeah, and they went up again just the other day, didn't they? I actually
They
didn't
did.
notice. I have need to go in and check because I didn't notice that I didn't know when I've been shipping all week and I didn't notice that the rates were different. So maybe they don't, I don't know, maybe the international rates were different. I have to go in and check.
There you go. And,
Add an insult to every H cup. Like the Taco Bell sauces, they have little sayings on them. Is that what you want?
I love it.
Again, we only have so much real estate, people. And the K-Cup gets, it's a 1.5 inch circle. So.
Now,
that's like
I will tell you this. I
3.5
actually,
centimeters.
and Jen's really holding on to that real estate now because I did have her put some extra text on all of it, the bags and the K-Cups, to have the website on there because,
Yes.
for example, I've been going to church with a box of K-Cups and just handing them out to people at church. Which, by the way, Dusty, our preacher, came back to me today and said, "That was a really good cup of coffee." So, got another one.
Well, yep. And that was it. Like I was telling him last night actually that about the farmers market, which I mean I am really excited about. It's just the problem I'm having is that I feel that if we tried to do it this year, we would be jumping in too fast because Hickey Bean is so new. We have not acquired any marketing materials yet. You know, we don't have business cards, we don't have flavor cards, we don't have a banner, we don't have anything to, pop up and say, hey, here we are, this is who we are, this is what we do. And I think we would have a really crappy looking booth.
Yeah, well,
What amount extra would custom extra insulting coffee machine cups cost?
well, like I said, it's not so much what it would cost as it is what it would. The real estate just isn't
No.
there.
I said we're talking a 1.5 inch circle, dude. Like it's this big. I've only got so much
Vistaprint?
room. We know where to get it. We just have not acquired it yet. Like we actually want to go to probably your gal to get the banner made because we had the banner made once and for Hickey.
Oh yeah, she did.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, the Hickey 6 banner came out terrible, but the GSFA banner we had done was fantastic and cheaper, if I'm not mistaken.
That banner didn't come from Vistaprint that we did.
No, I know it didn't come from Vistaprint. Neither did ours.
No, the one for GSFA did.
The one for GSFA came from Vistaprint.
Oh no, it didn't. It
No,
came
it
from the
didn't.
other place. That's
It
right.
came from your gal, the local.
No, it
gal.
didn't. It came from the other
Oh,
place before it closed
Came from the
down.
place that closed down.
Yeah.
But your gal could probably do the same thing, I would think.
Yeah.
But where we had the Hickey 6 banner printed
Uh-huh.
did not come out good.
No.
I'm not going to call out who it was,
Okay.
but it did not come out good. And if I'm not mistaken, the GSFA banner was cheaper than the one we
Yes,
had.
it was. It was much cheaper. So
yeah.
we'll definitely check with my gal and see what kind of deal we can get on that because I think it'd be worthwhile. We're seeing that there's some opportunities there. We've just got to. Yes, we need to open that door, but before we open that door, there's a maze of doors that we need to open to get to that door, right?
Yes.
So she and I are on the same page here. She doesn't think that we are, but we are.
He just wants to jump in with both feet, and I'm not ready. I'm more of a toe in the water kind of gal.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's things that I want to do with this and move us along to the next level. and we're gonna at some point we're gonna have to make a jump to do it. And so, yeah.
Actually, a better analogy is I'm like, come down the steps in the shallow end kind of gal, and he's the jump off the high dive guy.
Fair enough.
So, but yes, the ground coffee does work.
Hi, Tiger.
In a regular coffee maker. That absolutely, you do not need to get the single serve cups. I mean, actually, that's where it starts.
Dyer's asking, are we printing the tops on demand like juice?
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, I prefer to print like 30 of them at a time because there's like 30 on a sheet.
Sean, honestly, it's one of those things that we are actually planning on doing in the coming weeks, because guess what? We can give away damn coffee.
Yes,
we can't give away e-liquid, but we can give away coffee. So,
yes, we can.
As these regulations tighten on us and eventually squeeze us out of business, not necessarily completely, because we're still going to be able to sell 0 milligram now, apparently, according to the new guidelines. But as this transition begins, we're going to be putting more focus on the coffee so that we have something unique to offer you. This is, of course, assuming the inevitable happens here, and that we don't have a big win in the next year. So,
Hush. I don't want to talk about it. I deal with this stuff every day, all day. On the weekends, I just want to bury my head in the sand, just for a couple of days. And then I'll get back on it tomorrow.
I don't disagree with that. Maybe this
Hi,
belongs
Tiger.
in here. Huh?
So, what?
I think that belongs in here.
What does?
Oh,
there you go.
There.
Brought to you by Higgy Sigs and the Higgy Bean Company. Put a big ampersand in the center there.
Huh?
You probably don't have the font. You have Cooper Black? Put a big ampersand in there. Not
What?
a big ampersand.
What are you talking about? An
Because it would say
ampersand?
Trench's Funny Farm, brought to you by Higgy Sigs and Higgy Bean Company.
Oh. Yeah.
So use Cooper Black if you have Cooper Black. I like that ampersand. Yes, Tiger. It might be worth ordering 30 cups to replace the office Keurig cups with soulless corporate bastard blend. That's great. I don't know if I want my logo on those. What if Higgy coffee ever trumps e-juice? We're hoping it does, Sean. To be honest with you, we're absolutely hoping it does. Because, I mean, the e-juice, the e-liquid market is so incredibly unstable and so incredibly saturated. I mean, the one thing that we've been sort of holding on to all this time, having so much trouble getting our name out there and convincing, stores and people to try something new, is because there's so much out there. I mean, so incredibly much out there that unless you already have an established national brand that has, the money to spend on marketing campaigns, you get lost, and people don't want to take a chance on trying something new.
Right.
Especially the stores, they don't want to take a chance. They don't want to take a chance. They don't want to spend a couple $100 to put something on their shelves that they're not sure is going to move.
But the other end of that is that I also I was reading some statistics the other day, and it turns out that there are there's significantly more people that drink coffee than vape.
There's what? Oh, that more people. Okay.
Yeah, and in addition to that, quite a few vapors drink coffee. So, kind of a cross-platform kind of thing going on, right?
But the point is that with the e-liquid industry being so unstable, we've been holding on to the idea for almost 3 years now that, all of these other companies that are not playing by the rules and are not doing things where they're supposed to be doing are going to drop off, right? And that obviously is not going to affect these quote-unquote national brands because they're doing everything right, or at least we hope they are. But that a lot of our competition was going to fall off because the FDA was going to, enforce their own rules and, make these people stop selling their products. And that has not happened yet. So here we are 3 years later, still grasping onto the idea that a lot of our competition is going to go away. And it hasn't yet. So it's...
Yeah, Sean, I'm not going to tell you that I have not considered that in the past. I have. But caffeine has been regulated in the past couple of years. And in addition to that, pretty much by the rules, and playing by the rules in the e-liquid game, you're not supposed to add anything other than what we've already got in there, which means that technically all that CBD that's out there is in violation. 98% of the salt market, you name it. No vitamins. If you put vitamins in there, at that point, it's supposed to basically be regulated as an over-the-counter type thing at that point.
And with the caffeine thing too, caffeine was just recently highly regulated because apparently kids were able to buy
right, and it will kill you. It will kill you like nicotine.
Yeah, it's just as poisonous as nicotine in its pure form. And apparently kids were buying like pure nicotine and adding it to their drinks and shit. So now caffeine is already being regulated. Nicotine can't be far behind.
Hircine, I assure you, it would not be Viagra anyway. I would find some generic to put in there because there is no way I'm going to put anything that Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer's not getting any of my money. Thank you very much.
Did you hear that Scott Gottlieb is now on the board of directors of Pfizer? Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
Sean, it is an Arabica bean. Take another look. I like that logo. I think a genius came up with that concept.
He did. He said, "This is what I want it to look like. Can you make it look pretty?" I said, "Sure." So, it just about...
Yeah, Arabica... I said I want an Arabica bean with 2 lines. She says, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So, and you have to understand his abysmal drawing skills. Okay, abysmal drawing skills. So he sent me a sketch of what he thought it should look like, and I fixed it.
Cassie, it's not necessarily a safety issue putting caffeine into e-liquid. There have been debates about whether or not the effect that you get... help me out. What's the term I'm looking for here? Brain fart. Placebo effect or not. Whether or not you actually get the effects of the caffeine or if it's a placebo effect.
Because people have tried putting caffeine, melatonin, certain certain vitamins in e-liquid, and they all claim that it is beneficial. But there's a lot of debate as to whether or not those things are effective by being inhaled.
And aside from all those things, it's just, like I said, it doesn't really work with the regulations. Once you're caught with that stuff, you're talking big fines.
No, I didn't. Oh, Eva, we need to use that one. There is oxygen added to every single bottle. And it's sealed in.
But
It's even oxygen infused.
but no, Cassie. Just for the record, I did start pricing out caffeine a few years back, and was looking at that because I figured, as long as I'm working, I already have the hazmat stuff, right? And figuring out the proper levels of caffeine to put into the e-liquid would not have been difficult at all. I mean, we do a lot of calculations to make sure that we get everything precise and that we're not selling product with a toxic level of nicotine, right? We could do the same thing with caffeine, and the handling process is very similar if you have pure caffeine. So I was prepared to do it, but then the regulations came down.
Actually, Real Sean, I would argue to say that it's carbon dioxide that makes bigger clouds.
Wow.
You had a sheriff tell you once he knew you had broken the laws that day. He just hadn't caught you yet. That's confident.
Looks like the cat turd coffee bean. Okay, I will do this real quick.
Isn't that? Did I get it right though? Isn't the air we breathe is mostly nitrogen, isn't it? Nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen, right?
Sure.
You don't know, do you? Okay.
Oxygen, nitrogen. Yeah, you're right.
Air we breathe make up.
Okay, there's an Arabica bean for you. And as a matter of fact, if I go ahead and I tilt this, right? Oh, the wrong way. I want to tilt it like that. Yeah. So you can see here, this is an Arabica bean. So this is what an Arabica bean looks like. That's versus, oh, okay, Sean, we'll have a good one. But yeah, this is versus the Robusta bean, which the Robusta bean has just a straight line that goes through it. So there you go.
Okay, so I was wrong. So only 21% of the air we breathe is made of oxygen. The rest of it are made up mostly of nitrogen. But the other gases are argon, carbon dioxide, and methane. Free methane with every order! Oh, that's gross. But not in ours, because our number one rule is what, David?
No farting in the lab.
There you go.
Yes. Of course, if that is a problem, we did find out on Friday that guess what? There is a pill available from France that you can get right here. Here you go. That will make your farts smell like roses. Yes, it will make your farts smell like roses. And they have another one that will make it smell like a Mayday lily. They have a special Christmas edition that smells like chocolate. And violets. And ginger. Ginger. You can make your farts smell like ginger.
Do you ever see those underwear that have a little patch inside that,
What?
make your farts smell like mint and shit?
Yeah, and there was another one that would actually play music when you farted too.
Oh, even better.
Yep. And according to the facts on this site, everything is legit. And in fact, they said they asked what do the authorities, FDA in particular, think. The FDA does not consider our product a drug, but a dietary supplement. And as such, we are in the process of registering the fart pill in accordance with Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994. Of course, this is already the case in France, where the competent authority DGCCRF, verifies all dietary supplements before going to market, whether it be the ingredients according to the list of authorized plants or the recommended daily dosage. In addition, our product is manufactured according to the manufacturing best practices and quality control requirements pursuant to the provisions of Regulation EC, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. Have you ever smelled France?
I have not been to France, dire thing. So Cassie wants to talk about the vape ban going on in California.
San Francisco,
yes,
yeah.
Specifically San Francisco. Actually, that's just it. The headlines are a little bit misleading. They keep saying San Francisco, the first city to ban vape. They were the first city to outright ban vaping alone, but they were not the first city to ban vape. Beverly Hills actually was the first city to ban all tobacco products. And as much as I hate it, I have to at least tip my hat a little bit to the fact that they at least chose to treat the cigarettes just as harshly as they did the vape. I don't believe that they should be treated as harshly, but when a city like San Francisco actually specifically bans vape and does not ban cigarettes.
Well, not just that. Don't forget that their chief economist, he said that not only that, but he was not worried about the economy because it would balance out because those who are vaping now would switch to traditional tobacco products.
He said that?
He did.
Holy. Okay, I know you hate this, but holy fuck! What? That's horrible.
Yeah.
I can't believe anybody would say that publicly.
Yeah. I mentioned this on my show the other day. Yeah. Here you go. So this is from one of my favorite guys on Twitter, Charles A. Gardner, PhD.
I love him.
He said, San Francisco chief economist says the ban will cause vapors to shift back to buying cigarettes, so the overall economy will not be hurt. The ban will cause thousands of San Francisco vapors to relapse to smoking, which, as Mayor Breed may recall, kills people. But yeah, Danielle Jones said, here's how much the city of San Francisco actually cares about the health and well-being of its residents. And this is taken out of the San Francisco Chronicle business section. Ted Egan, the city's chief economist, said his office reviewed the legislation and found it would not have a material impact on the San Francisco economy because the money spent on vaping products would continue to be spent in the city on other nicotine products.
So messed up. Yeah, I like what Tiger says. You can go to jail for not picking up your dog poop, but people can just do it anywhere they want. There's no law.
That's exactly right. Yeah. San Francisco. It is time. It is time. It is time for that plate shift to happen. That they just need to float out into the Pacific and sink.
These are things that we think but don't say out loud.
I say them out loud. The top 10 dick. I remember one that Tiger put out a couple of years ago. You remember that?
No. This one is brand new. No, the one that Tiger put out was awesome, and I actually was looking for it the other day and couldn't find it. I might need to ask Tiger where it is, but the one that she's talking about was actually just released the other day, and it is a big YouTuber. He's got like 6 million subscribers, and he was sponsored by Public Health of Canada, or the Canada Public Health, whatever it's called. to do this, and he goes on talking about the dangers of vaping. Now, there are definitely things in there that are not true. Okay, they're flat out not true. I didn't get a chance to watch the entire video before my show yesterday, but I watched a portion of it, and then I went back and watched the whole thing after my show. There are definitely things in it that are not true. However, I have to say that if you want to highlight all of the dangers of vaping, he actually does a pretty good job. Okay, he does talk about battery safety. He does talk about nicotine poisoning. He does talk about nicotine salts. He does talk about all of the things that are risks of vaping, and they are factual risks of vaping. Okay, and I to be honest with you, it was probably one of the most well put together arguments about the risks of vaping. Now, did he compare those risks with the risks of smoking? No. Do I think that was irresponsible? Yes. Do I think that it's going to hurt anybody who might be watching that video, who might be thinking about switching to vaping? Absolutely. I guess my biggest problem with it is that it was a very well thought out argument. For the most part, about 70% of it was a very well thought out argument. So, you can. And yes, he was paid to do it. He was paid by Canada Public Health to do it, actually. I really my main bitch about it is that it was really well done. Because I don't want to keep those things a secret. I do want people to know that there are some risks involved with vaping, and I don't want the lies spread. But I do want people to understand that the risks, the benefits, so outweigh the risks. I mean, by leaps and bounds outweigh the risks. And if you just have half a brain in your head, you can avoid those risks altogether. I mean, that's the thing, is that, the nicotine poisoning and battery safety and those kind of, nicotine salts and all that stuff can be avoided.
Yeah, there's no such thing as secondhand vapor, Cassie. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the secondhand vapor was crap. The metals getting into
Hi,
your
Scuba.
vapor. Hi. Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
The secondhand vapor was crap. The metals getting into your vapor was crap. That was a false study. We debunked that a long time ago. I'm trying to remember what else there was. There was like 3 things, I think, that were absolute fallacies. But the others were, valid points. They just were not shed in a light to show that they were, not only were they valid, but they are avoidable.
Yes.
Let me see, is that the right one?
Yeah, he does.
What? He does what? Yeah, that's the right one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't watched it yet, David, please save that and watch it afterwards.
Well, and now, from what I saw for the intro for your show on Friday, I missed it too, but from what I gather, Shelly, you might not have been alone. It sounds like other people might have passed out before that show was over.
Why, were you boring?
Huh? No. Scuba show.
Oh. I've heard he came in last night and talked to me about it. Something about 15 shots of 103 proof.
Wow.
It's always fun when Scuba drunk casts.
I've never, ever seen Scuba the least bit intoxicated, so I know that had to be fun.
You lie like a rug. You lie better than a rug.
You like a rug. But,
That doesn't even make sense. It's like funny.
actually contradicts itself depending on what page you are on, right? And that's generally the case with most of the stuff that we see with the anti-vape sites out there, is that they contradict themselves. Well, Herzine, I'm not see, the problem with that is that I'm not very big on getting drunk in the first place. But
he has.
It's happened. It happened on Mod Envy.
It happened on Mod. No, I think. Well, no, it happened on Loudmouth Trivia.
Loudmouth Trivia. I thought Mod
You
Envy
get
as
drunk
well.
on Mod Envy.
Not
Did
maybe
you get
not.
drunk on
Mod- Maybe not. I don't recall.
I don't think you got drunk on Mod Envy. I know you got drunk on Loudmouth Trivia.
Yeah, Loudmouth Trivia. Yeah, the problem with Herzine, you don't understand how often I get drunk.
You don't understand how obnoxious he gets when he's drunk.
Well, that too, but yeah, I'm not a big drinker.
Which is why he doesn't get drunk often, because he gets obnoxious.
But I'm just not a big drinker, and Jen will vouch for me here. I'm not big on it.
He's not. He gets a little tipsy maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Hey, what? I didn't say you got obnoxious.
You do, but that's beside the point.
That's beside the point. We're talking about David here.
Now see, that would be a fun cast if you had me, Scuba, both drinking excessively on a cast. That would be the loudest cast ever.
It really, really would. That sounds like a challenge to me.
I said that to the wrong person. She will try to make that happen. And Scuba's little lady probably would not discourage it. Don't
threaten me with a good time. I have only, that I can recall, I have only drunk past.
Oh, Scuba and Vic. Oh, man. Oh.
Yes, let's make this happen. Yes, let's make this happen.
Oh.
Now, to be fair, Scuba and Vic, you're gonna have to take a head start way ahead of David. Okay.
Well, what you do is that you make sure. Okay, I'm not gonna be drinking the same stuff. Okay, I'm probably gonna stick to my coffee, right? My Irish coffee.
Right.
Because I can drink my Irish coffee till there is no more Irish to put in my coffee.
Yeah, I know.
So that would be the way to do it, and you'll have the same effect.
That would be another idea. We could get Scuba and Munchkin, and then me and you on a cast.
Or we do Scotch. Well, I don't know. I don't know that I want it. I don't want to get messed up.
You want to sip Scotch.
I want to sip Scotch. Yeah.
But no, David and Vic and Scuba, we got to make that happen. But like I said, you guys got to take a really big head start ahead of David, or he will not make it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If we do the coffee thing, they don't have to worry about that.
I still think they need to take a head. You don't understand. I don't think you realize how much Vic and Scuba drink.
Hey, I'm not going to be trying to keep up with anybody. Okay, I am way past that. Okay, way past trying to keep up with anybody. I don't have any pride issues tied to alcohol. Okay.
I will tell you that the night that he got drunk on Loudmouth Trivia, he spent most of the night praying to the porcelain goddess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. Oh, yeah.
If Scuba pre-games until he passes the first octave. Yeah, no, it doesn't take but about maybe two drinks for David to start getting.
It takes a little bit more than that, but
no, it doesn't. 2 drinks, and I can already tell you're starting to breach the obnoxious level.
Yeah, but no, Scuba. Regardless, I'm not going to try to keep up with anybody. I'll just be crystal clear on that, and don't worry, it'll have the same effect anyway. I'll be obnoxious and crude and
got to
lewd
make this happen.
and
we've got to make this happen. Please, let's make this happen.
We might.
I'm gonna work on making.
We might have to put that one on iVlog.
No, the idea was to do it on Scuba's Friday night show. I'm gonna work on making this happen. I'm gonna call Vic. Now, was Munchkin matching your shots, or was she just sitting on the sidelines laughing? He will tap out way before you. Who, Vic or David? Because David definitely will. There's no question.
Yeah, like I said, no pride issue here. I will tap when it's time for me to tap.
Like, you and Vic need to, like, start at least an hour or two ahead of time. And yeah, because, seriously, this guy is such a cheap date.
well, like I said, I'll go with the coffee shots. Not shots, but I will go with Irish coffee. Irish coffee. That's mine. Yeah.
He says he can handle it. Oh, I got it.
I killed off what? Half of a...
You did kill off a bottle. I'm not saying that you can't hold it. Well, no, you really can't hold it.
I held it long enough.
Yeah, he held it through the show, but he did not. I mean, like, he killed off, like, it was like half a bottle of Bailey's. He was mixing coffee with Bailey's, and yeah, he polished off at least half a bottle of Bailey's easily. Mm-hmm. But he paid for it for many hours afterwards.
There you go.
I mean, I just laid in bed. I heard him get up, but I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let him handle that, because I'm not even gonna get involved in that. No.
Oh, Dyer, I see. So once they get up to that high octave, that's when you bring me in, so there's some balance. I see how this works. Yeah, and with me, it tends to go down.
It does. I mean, oh yeah, like it really does.
Yeah.
I know it's because he's so skinny. I get it. It is because he's skinny, but you know, he's also very inexperienced. I mean, his tolerance level would have to look up to see the gutter, okay?
Hey.
Hashtag what? Oh, come on.
Okay, you're in timeout. Hashtag. Oh, twice. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay, that was 2.
That is 2.
Okay, another one, and we're gonna kick you out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, there won't be any vodka on my end, Tiger. I can promise you that. Okay. Ever since I was 17? I think I was 17. One night, I decided to sit back and drink half a bottle of vodka, along with a few shots of Jack Daniels, a little bit of what's that sweet stuff called? Help me out. No. The sweet, like Jolly Rancher and other stuff like.
Schnapps?
Yeah, I had a few shots of schnapps, and I took a Valium.
Oh, good God! Why would you do that?
I was 17. I have stayed away from vodka since then for the most part. I mean, occasionally I'll try the occasional mixer or whatnot, but for the most part, I have stayed away from vodka since then.
Cassie says, how much did you puke?
Cassie, more than what I thought I could. And these idiots that I lived with buried me in cardboard face up. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, no, drunk Cassie. I only did it the one time. But you guys all thought it was funny, so I don't know. I guess I might do it again sometime. I mean, you guys all enjoyed it, so. I guess I'm a fun drunk. I don't know.
I love you, Scuba.
Nice. You won't remember much, right? Oh, jeez. So, yeah, I've had a couple. I mean, hey, we were all teenagers and 20-somethings once, so certainly. I used to have a big wine thing, though. I used to do wine a lot. Like a lot. I haven't done wine in a long time.
Yeah, and I will tell you, there was a 5-gallon bucket involved in that night that had a very respectful filling, and for some reason, one of the same guys that buried me in cardboard was actually poking around in it and talking about the contents.
Cassie, I prefer Tanqueray. I have also discovered that I enjoy Sapphire. Sapphire is smoother than Tanqueray. Tanqueray is a little bit sharper. But I don't prefer gin martinis. I've had a gin martini, and I don't know. I guess I don't like the vermouth. But I don't care for vodka martinis either. But I have had a gin martini, and gin and tonic is really, that's kind of my go-to. Tank tonic, that's my thing.
Yeah, Tiger. I had my teen years in the '80s. That was. But I survived it. I made it through. There, we were recounting some things the other night, Jen and I. And actually, the comment was made, I'm surprised you two even made it through your teen years.
Well, David decided to take a walk down memory lane with my mom and talk about all the shit he used to do. And, of course, I chimed in a few times about the shit that I used to do. Because Mom always loves hearing the stories about the shit that I managed to pull over her eyes whenever I was a teenager. Just makes her feel awesome. It wasn't her fault. I was the bad kid.
Oh, Tiger, you missed Tiger's birthday.
Aw, I'm so sorry, Tiger. Should we sing?
Are you gonna sing?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna sing regular happy birthday, but if you're gonna sing that metal shit, then you can do that on your own.
Really?
I was not feeling good last weekend, Tiger. I was explaining it last night, actually. I really think it was when we went to Iron Age. I don't know, something there just sort of assaulted me.
I Roll Tide!
Something did assault me for several days, and I just was not feeling up to casting. Hi, Roll Tide! Interesting.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Tiger! Happy
Kathy.
birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday dear tiger.
And Cassie.
Birthday to you.
Even says make him stop.
No, this is me sober.
listening.
This is me
yeah,
sober.
he's
You're
pretty
in for a
sober.
treat if you got me drunk.
Well, I popped in the Aunt Cassie in there. Did you have me muted or something?
Cassie, Jen doesn't do metal, so you're okay. You're in the clear. Right back, right? What's that, honey?
It says RIP headphone users. It wasn't that bad in my headphones. You screaming right at me.
Yeah, there we go. Oh. Where is that?
He won't sing regular happy birthday anymore. Yeah! Tiger's Eye of Metal either. Well, you got it anyway.
Well, yeah, you get me 3 other guys, and we'll do a nice happy birthday.
Yeah. He gets spoiled. He doesn't like to sing on his own anymore. He likes to have a quartet.
I really do. I mean, it's really unique when you can produce your own music with 3 other guys and really make it sound good. It's a treat.
Well, like, I mean, even like when he does 16 Tons. 16 Tons can absolutely hold its own with just David singing. It doesn't need the backup. But he won't do it without the backup.
The backup makes all the difference in the world. There's
But the
chords.
backup, they just sit there and go do-a-do-wah.
There are chords created.
Do-a-do-wah.
There are chords
Do-a-do-wah.
created, dear.
That's all they do is do
well, they are the backtrack with that, but there are definite chords, especially on the tag. So it's very important.
He owes you a song? Does he? What?
What? I owe you one? I owe you a song?
Did we forget that? What happened? I don't remember that. She said she put you on the spot when you came to visit. That must have been for the grand opening party for my birthday a couple years ago. Don't remember. Sorry. What I do remember, though, was that voice of an angel who started singing Happy Birthday to me. Her voice, Ashley's voice, was she just pelted out this just glorious Happy Birthday holding a cake. And like everybody was so stunned into silence because her voice was so beautiful that nobody joined her. She's all like, y'all sing too! And then everybody started singing and it was so wonderful. That's like the first surprise party I ever had.
Yeah, see now, Cassie, you want to put me on the spot in a place like that. Find some local barbershoppers. There are local barbershop chapters over there. Bring them over and I will gladly sing with them. Or karaoke backtrack with some Johnny Cash or something like that, and I'm on it. So yeah, but yeah, I don't have that much to sing just solo. So that's really what it comes down to.
Not true. He just doesn't like it. It's not true. He could totally sing solo. He just doesn't do it. I've heard him. I'm married to him. I hear it all the time. So, the dogs are still acting like it's hot in the house.
I tell you what, Cassie. Here's what I'll do. I will I will close out with a song today. But that means that I'm going to step away momentarily right now so that I can go get a refill of my coffee. And I will be right back.
I know what he's going to do. I'm assuming I know what he's going to do. I could be wrong, but I think I know what he's going to do. Okay, so what else are you guys up to on Sundays? Just hanging out? Apparently some of us are still recovering from a hangover from Friday. So there we go. If he sings a closing song, will that fulfill his debt, Cassie? Actually, his one of his quartet mates wrote a song just this morning. Apparently, it's a gospel song, but it's pretty cool, actually. Oh, nice. That's what the one that I did was a must. I think it was a moss stitch. No, it was a Loganberry stitch. So, I can imagine Scoop. Trying to stay cool in this mild Georgia summer. I don't know, man. Roll Tide. Our AC went out on Friday, and that was a pretty miserable night. The dogs, well, actually, Fiskey just walked away. Miha's here. Do you want to see her? Come here, baby girl. Come here. Oh, there's the baby girl. Miha's right here. I didn't mean to wake you up. I'm sorry. Can you say hi to everybody? Is Ivy there? Does she want to see the dogs? This is Miha. Ivy, this is Miha. Oh, I woke her up. She's all tired. Here, say hello. Oh. She's like, no, I want to go back to sleep, Mom. But when our AC went out on Friday, I was really worried about the dogs. And it was a pretty miserable night. Oh, I woke you up. I'm sorry. But when the fans call, the fans call. I know. When the fans call, you gotta answer them. Okay, you can go back to sleep. Ah, whoa. Ah, I almost fell over. Yep. I finished up my training, so I get to start working a semi-normal schedule this week. Yay! Awesome! But you're still not working from home. Is that right? You're still doing your on-site training or whatever. What are they? You called it something. I don't remember. Nesting, I think, or something weird like that. No, Peaches said that she's finished up her initial training, and so there's another step that she has before nesting for 7 weeks, and then production for 12 weeks, and then you'll be at home. Okay. Oh, you're fine. Yes. So, it's ready. Bring me Biscuit. Where is he? No, that's Miha, not Biscuit. I actually haven't tried it again. I vaped on it like that night, and aw, where did she go hide? That funky monkey, harass monkey junkie, that monkey. Oh, you know what she does sometimes? She hides. She got into this habit when the kids were still here, and when they would let the cat out they would let the cat out during the day, and the cat would just torture them. So she would go and she would like she made a like a little nest for herself behind the couch. She would stay there until I got home.
And grab the Spanish fly. I put it with the monkey, mixed it in the car. Went over to the girl.
Yeah, you are. I told you, you're gonna be supervisor in no time.
The girl, she gave me lip. It didn't begin the stuff for it, and now she's on my tip. Harass monkey, that funky monkey. Harass monkey junkie, that funky monkey.
I tell you what, Cassie, if you put a note on your order that you want the rest of my bottle, that's legal. That's okay. I can do that because there was a monetary transaction. So I can potentially do
You
it.
gotta try martini, thinking you're cool. I'll take your place at the
I have to find the bottle first. I think it's still in my purse.
Monkey and parties and reeling and rocking. Deaf girls, all y'all jocking. I drink it,
Deal?
I think it, I see it, I be it. I love Brass Monkey, but I won't get Gordon Bread. We got the bottle, you got the cup.
I mean, girl, I know you said you didn't want to become supervisor, but I mean, when opportunity knocks, you know what I'm saying?
Brass Monkey junkie, the funky monkey. Brass Monkey.
Although that work from home thing does sound pretty
Brass
awesome.
monkey, the funky.
Hi, Kurt. How you doing? I think you just had a birthday too. Well, money talks, girl, right? I think that's the way that works. I think he's back. So happy birthday to Kurt. And like you and Craig have birthdays really close to each other, didn't you? Because I sent you out a dual coupon, a VIP coupon. So happy birthday to both Kurt and Craig.
Oh, happy birthday.
Lots of June birthdays. Why is that? People end up having a lot of sex after the kids go back to school? Is that how that works?
Halloween? Maybe?
No, that's too close.
No, you'll have to forgive me. I am turning up my microphone now.
Alright.
Hey.
I'm not listening to you.
Okay, well. Alright. Let me see if I can tell.
So I'm gonna mute you.
Well, you don't have to mute me yet.
I was conceived after Mom was in Florida for a month, so yes. Hey, I got a better story than that. Well, I'm so glad, Kurt. There you go. It was perfect timing.
Alright.
Roll Tide. We can work around that. You need to call me.
Yes, that can definitely be worked around. And as a matter of fact, now on the website, you do have an option that says, I want to pay some other way. Just use that and you will get a phone call from Jen. So there you go. That's how that one works. So, alright, so real quickly, before anything else, do not forget that you can go to HiggySigs or HiggyBean.com, either one, depending on whether you're looking for the coffee or the e-liquid, and actually both are at HiggySigs.com. But if you don't want to go through the ID process, or you don't want to log in, or whatever, go to HiggyBean.com, whatever. Use coupon code HBDUSA, that's Happy Birthday USA, right? For 20% off of every freaking thing. Everything. 20% off. Coffee, e-liquid, concentrates, DIY concentrates, we have them. Aries coils, yes, we have them. We have the coily. We have t-shirts. We have spinners. Please buy our spinners.
80 cents a piece.
That's a good question, Dyer. Maybe they have different regulations overseas. I don't know.
That they just haven't gotten caught yet.
Yeah, it's probably that. More than likely. But, they got onto us. And so we,
They really are. We have a bunch of them.
Yeah, we still have a bunch left over from then. That's exactly right. Okay, so fair warning before I do this. It's been a while since I've done this, and this particular song has a lot of weird cues in it.
Oh, so it's not the one I thought.
And since it does have weird cues in it, I may screw it up, and so I beg your indulgence ahead of time. For that kind of thing, I can generally get it together before it's over, but just FYI, I may completely screw this up, so I will.
Mike wants to call us after the show, so.
Okay, we can do that. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and unfortunately cut off the Floyd. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee. Another hit of this. This one's a hard one. Alright. Okay, so with that, here we go. If you want to mute out now, honey, now would be the time. Go ahead and tell everybody bye-bye, etc. Blah, blah, blah. If you want. No? Oh, okay. She's already muted out. Okay, I see how that goes. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to turn off the Floyd. And here goes. An old cow. Oh, see there? Weird cues. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and dusty day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cries. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay-yay-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they got to ride forever in that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cries. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you wanna save your soul from hell, riding on our range, the cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay-yay-yay. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost vapors, I like that. There you go, Cassie. That's for you. We're even now. All right. Okay, everybody, have a great day, a great weekend. What remains of it, don't forget to head over to higgysigs.com. Use coupon code HBDUSA, either there or higgybean.com. Take 20% off of every freaking thing. There you go. All right, everybody, have a great time, and we'll see you next time.